R.I.P.
R.I.P. to Kobe.
But yo, let's talk about his old teammate though, because I know you guys been seeing stuff with Kwame Brown.
Oh yeah.
Kwame Brown.
Bro, the
This
man's
guy-
accent, I didn't know that's how he sounded.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a man who watches ball like that, I will say. But that name rings a bell every time you hear it. You know what I mean? It was just funny that, 20 years later, he just came back out of the woodworks and just let everybody have it. Spoke his mind. And at first, I thought it was really funny. I
thought so too.
And then I commemorated him for it.
I still find it funny.
It's so funny, but I commemorated him. He's barking back at everybody because for the longest time, I guess, he was just like the butt of being a loser, I guess. You know what I mean? He was depicted as you can only be as bad as Kwame Brown type shit. You know what I mean? So,
No, it was kind of more of like if you're like a number one pick, and like if they wanted someone to use as the reference to be like, yo, like who's a bust sells the number one pick, and the worst one was always Kwame Brown.
So yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, yo, you can't be as worse as. That's what I mean. Like
I said, but then
I can think about someone worse than Kwame Brown.
Well,
I mean,
Anthony
there's plenty.
Bennett.
I was about to say
Anthony Bennett's number one still.
Yeah.
Like so now Bennett's gonna be the new Kwame Brown, so he's gonna be catching it for the next next 50 years.
Right.
But I think Kwame Brown gets roasted a lot because of the fact that he played with Jordan and
And that too.
and Jordan actually had like a high expectation of his teammates.
Yo, Jordan freaking bullied the youth.
Yeah.
Did you see that little thing that he wrote about like what he went through with Jordan and how like the Wizards or whatever want to trade him and but like he was just supposed to be a piece in this whole trade game, but then the GM or whatever stopped it, and that was bullshit. I don't remember the details, but he came out with like a whole ass like release about what his time was on the team, and at first, you guys mentioned it. At first, I felt bad, but then I realized like, yo, he's playing with Jordan, and Jordan, as we all saw from the documentary, was not.
That's not with the long time.
Yeah, he's
Bro,
not the
man
nicest
did
nigga.
not like losing, bro.
He did, yeah. Like if there's and correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this not after like how long into his career was when he was on the Wizards? Like
he got drafted by them. So like from when he was a rookie, he's been there.
So like he had that mentality. Like he was already like kind of like in his almost the beginning of his prime. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, for Kwame Brown?
No, for Jordan. Jordan just had that expectation from the jump, you know.
Oh no, but Jordan at that time, Jordan was like, he was still getting buckets, but he wasn't winning.
But like people knew him as like his work ethic and shit.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is for me, when I had noticed, I'm like, okay, like you're a teammate with Jordan, like he's a hard head nigga to like work with, so. I mean, and this is a young Jordan, so I could imagine like his mentality.
Oh no, that was an old Jordan when Kwame Brown played with him.
Really?
Yeah, this is when Jordan already won his 6 championships. And
that's
all
why I just
that.
asked you. You just said that.
Oh, I thought you were asking about Kwame Brown.
No,
okay.
Jordan. That's why I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. Jordan. Yeah, Jordan was basically like he was done. It was since Twilight years.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Okay, that's why I had to confirm it. And when you told me when he got dressed, I was like, all right.
No, I was talking about Kwame Brown. Still,
I was already saying like, yo, Jordan already had that mentality from time of what to be expected. Everyone knew what his standard was. So like, Kwame, talking about like what he experiences, like it wasn't nothing to me. Like I was like, oh, okay, like Jordan did his thing from time.
But I think at that time people didn't really know like people outside the NBA didn't really know too much about him being such an asshole to like his teammates.
Really, at that time?
Because remember, it was different than now.
Honestly, I don't know shit about basketball still.
Because like back then, mans never used to leak as much.
That's facts.
Now it's
it was a code really back then.
Yeah, it was a bit of a code, but like at the same time, like people just never leak certain information. Now it's like, yo, if there's beef, mans are tweeting it.
Yeah.
Like mans are just out there airing out the dirty laundry to everyone, and so many people talk.
Imagine like MJ's practice, like, yo, if you have beef with him, man, you have to.
Bro, imagine the stuff that would leak from like those like Bulls practice. MJ punched Steve Kerr in the face.
MJ would make a killing, yo.
Like people are actually fiending off of that stuff,
But yo, Mark Barnes said it the best about Kwame Brown, yo. You can't be mad if Jordan expect greatness from you. Like, let's be real, yo. Like, if Jordan expected, like, if he saw something great in you, who are you to like it all?
yeah. But then what we've learned about Jordan so far is that he sucks at picking talent. You know what I mean? Like, look at the Hornets. The Hornets been poo for like for years. So like, that's kind of why like I'll be like, okay, I hear that where you say, yeah, Jordan is the guy, but then that doesn't mean he knows how to like pick the right guys.
Mm-hmm. I would say he knows how to pick a winner. It's just that he can't cultivate that winner
Or like develop them or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
He can just motivate someone to a certain point.
Yeah, because it's almost like when people say that when you look at somebody that has greatness and like they'll be doing something and then they'll be like, yo, why can't you do it? I did it. But then it's like, yo, not everyone's built like you. That's why they put you as great. But it's just funny that like the way Kwame Brown's just going ham with everyone. Man went after Steven Jackson. Man went after Matt Barnes. Man went after Stephen A. Smith.
Yo, what I read about Matt Barnes, yo, he got the time, yo. Time and place, yo. You talk shit about this man. He's like, yo, I'm gonna call you out. I can meet you there if you want to box. I want to box too. Like, you know,
yeah,
make
man.
my
I said,
day.
you want to fight? We'll fight. You want to come on the podcast? We'll talk on the podcast. But he's like, yo, if you're gonna just do social media, I don't want to hear that.
I read him, yo. He's a real guy.
But yo, it's funny though. Like, it's just, yo, the man said he's not staying silent no more. So